Okay, I need you to do something for me before you keep scrolling. Think of the last time you were in a room full of people and you felt completely alone. Got it? Good. Because that moment, that wasn't random. That was your personality type quietly showing you its deepest fear. And by the end of the next few minutes, you're going to know exactly what that fear is and why it's been running your life without you even noticing. Here's the thing nobody tells you about fear. We think fear is about spiders or heights or public speaking. But that's not real fear. That's just surface level stuff. Real fear, the kind that actually shapes who you become, who you love, how you work, how you argue, that fear is invisible. It's baked into your personality, and it's been there since you were a kid. Let me show you what I mean. Picture two people at the same dinner party. Same room, same food, same awkward small talk. One of them is quietly panicking because someone just asked them to make a decision about where the group should eat next. The other one is panicking because they said something 10 minutes ago and now they're replaying it in their head, wondering if it made them look stupid. Same party, two completely different nightmares happening in real time. And neither person has any idea the other one is going through something too. That's the wild part about personality and fear. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's this quiet, constant hum underneath everything you do. And once you learn to hear it, you start noticing it everywhere. In your friends, in your family, in yourself. So let's actually break this down. Because I promise you, somewhere in the next few minutes, you're going to hear something and go, wait, that's literally me. Let's start with the people who seem to have it all together. The planners. The ones with the color-coded calendar, the 5-year plan, the backup plan for the backup plan. On the outside, they look like the least anxious people in the room. But underneath all that structure, there's one fear driving the whole thing. Losing control. I knew someone like this. Every single decision, from what car to buy to what restaurant to pick, went through this invisible checklist. Not because they were controlling for the sake of it, but because somewhere deep down, uncertainty felt like danger. If they couldn't predict what was coming, their brain treated it like a threat. So they built a life with as few surprises as possible. And it worked, until it didn't. Because life doesn't ask permission. Things go wrong. Plans fall apart. And when that happens to someone like this, it's not just inconvenient. It's terrifying. Because the one thing they built their whole identity around just got taken away. Now, flip to a completely different type. The ones who walk into a room and somehow everyone already loves them. Charming, warm, always checking in on people. Always the one remembering your birthday. Looks like confidence, right? Here's the twist. A lot of the time, that warmth isn't just kindness. It's insurance. Because underneath it is a fear of being unimportant, of being forgettable, of giving everything to people and one day realizing nobody would notice if they disappeared. Think about that for a second. The person everyone leans on is often the person most afraid that if they stopped giving, nobody would stick around. Then there's the quiet ones, the observers, the ones who'd rather listen for an hour than talk for 5 minutes. People love to assume they're just shy or that something's wrong, but that's not it at all. Their fear isn't about people, it's about being misunderstood, having something meaningful to say and watching it get twisted, ignored, or laughed off. So instead of risking that, they just stay quiet. Not because they have nothing going on inside, because they have too much going on, and they're terrified it won't land the way they mean it to. And here's one that hits different. The achievers. The ones who are always doing something, always working on the next goal, the next certificate, the next promotion. From the outside, it looks like ambition, but sit with them long enough and you realize something. Rest feels dangerous to them. Because if they stop achieving, even for a weekend, this quiet voice creeps in and starts asking, if you're not doing something impressive, who are you? Their deepest fear isn't failure. It's being ordinary, being just average. So they keep moving because standing still means facing that question. Now here's where it gets really interesting, because none of these fears look like fear on the surface. Nobody's shaking or crying or panicking visibly. It's dressed up as control, as charm, as silence, as ambition. That's exactly why we miss it in the people around us. And honestly, that's exactly why we miss it in ourselves too. Think about your own life for a second. Not your hobbies, not your job title. Think about the thing that quietly stresses you out more than anything else. Is it losing control of a situation? Is it being forgotten? Is it being misunderstood? Is it becoming average? Because whichever one hit you just now, that's not a coincidence. That's decades of your brain protecting you from something it learned to fear a long, long time ago. And here's the part that actually matters. Once you can name your fear, it loses some of its power over you. Not all of it. Fear doesn't disappear just because you understand it, but it stops running the show from the shadows. You start noticing when you're making a decision out of fear versus making it out of what you actually want. You start noticing why certain comments hurt way more than they should, why certain situations make your chest tighten for no obvious reason. This is also why the people around you do things that confuse you. Why your control-loving friend gets weirdly tense when plans change last minute. Why your life-of-the-party friend gets quiet and low the second nobody's checking on them. Why your quiet coworker has 100 brilliant thoughts they never say out loud. It's not random behavior. It's fear, quietly steering the wheel, dressed up in a completely different outfit for each person. So next time you catch yourself reacting way harder than a situation seems to deserve, pause for a second. Ask yourself what you were actually afraid of in that moment. Not the surface thing, the real thing underneath it. That one question, asked honestly, can tell you more about yourself than any personality quiz ever could.
Because at the end of the day, we're all just walking around carrying some version of this, trying to look put together on the outside while quietly managing a fear on the inside that we've never said out loud to anyone. And maybe that's the most human thing about all of this. Not that we have fears, but that we spend so much energy hiding them when the people sitting right next to us are hiding one too. If this made you stop and actually think about yourself for a second, that's really all I wanted to do here. And if you want more of this kind of stuff, honest conversations about why we think and feel the way we do, just hit subscribe. It genuinely helps this keep going, and I'd love to have you back here again.